be satisfying to always keep striving for more.
Well, we've got a good one for you tonight on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Skyview are the big bullies in Region 11. They're thumping everybody that gets in their way. Ridgeline, they're the young up-and-comers. They've scored more points against Skyview this season when they played earlier than any other team that Skyview has faced. But Skyview still won that game by 12 points. That's the closest win that Skyview's had all season long. Second closest, actually. It's been a heck of a season for the Bobcats. They have a chance to win 3 in a row as far as big-time titles go. Football, basketball, and now repeat again as basketball. Ridgeline's got a lot to say about that with a couple of young sophomores in Caden Cox and Peyton Knowles running the show for the Riverhawks. With Sam Phipps and Mason Falslev, they do a little bit of everything for Skyview. Who's going to come out on top on the Game of the Week? Stick around and find out.
I have an awesome workout for you here in Thailand. Let's get started. Are you ready for a challenge? I'm bringing your incline up. Let's go. We're not just working those legs, we're working the core too. So stay with it. Let's get going. We got 30 seconds. Let's push it out. That's it. Stay with me. Really lengthen that stride. You've got 3 intervals left. Stay strong. We only have a few more. You gotta stay with it. I know it's not easy, but you're almost there. Let's go. Last 3, 2, 1. Yes. Nice work. You crushed it.
All right, Coach, second go-around in region. You saw the Bobcats once, and you and I have been kind of chatting about them a little, and they're just a team that doesn't seem to have many chinks in the armor. What do you do? What do you try to do against a team like this?
You know, they're really good. I mean, they were, returning state champs, and most of those guys are back, and they're really good for a reason, right? They got size, they got athleticism, they've got a lot of skill. Their guards that are younger are really coming into their own right now with Neil and Penrose, and even the guys coming off the bench. And really, what we have to do to try to slow them down is play as well as we can defensively, which we've prided ourselves on all year. Last time they put up almost 80 on us, so that's a tough one to live with. And we gotta guard just a little bit better, right? Stay in front of the ball, right, and then rebound the ball. You can't give up second chances against this group.
So you've got a couple of young guys that are really leading your squad, and coming in, looking at it, you think, oh, these guys maybe have Ridgeline a chance to be pretty good maybe next year. And you've had a good year this year, solid year this year. What's made you be ahead of schedule, or did you just kind of think, yeah, we could do this year, even with young guys?
Yeah, we knew we could compete this year. We thought that coming in the summer, we thought we can really compete. And at the same time, they've still exceeded my expectations with how they've competed. Right, we had such a difficult preseason, and we were aware of that coming in. We've played 3 of the top 7 teams in 6A, one of the top, number 4 team in 5A, and then good teams from St. George. And so we knew that was going to help us in the long run, and it did. We started off 0-4, and we've really bounced back and been stronger in the long run because of that. But really, it's a credit to our guys, not only just the young kids, but our seniors buying into the whole program, buying into everything we're asking them to do, which is different for them, right? There's a lot of different things for them this year, and they've all bought in and really trusted each other. The team really has been the biggest star for us, despite the fact that, Caden Cox and Peyton Knowles are doing really wonderful things as sophomores.
So this question specifically for you. The season's not over yet, and you hope that it lasts 4 or 5 more games. Yeah. But your first year as the head man, What are your thoughts as it starts to wind down, or have you even stopped to think about that yet?
You know, I honestly haven't thought too much about it. I'm excited for tonight. You know, I told our boys way back at Skyview that we still control our own destiny, and we have a chance tonight to get one back and see if we can even up the race for a region title. And that's really what we're trying to compete for right now. After that, we'll worry about state and all those sort of things. But, you know, even after this one, Mountain Crest and Logan, you know, they're not going to lay down for us either. So we got to really be on top of it and be ready to compete each night.
All right, Coach, congratulations on a great season so far, and good luck the rest of the way. Thanks.
Thank you.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
At Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, we believe in a very thorough hearing test. Do you hear ringing noises? Does any member of your family have hearing loss? Do you have frequent or severe headaches? Any numbness in your face or fingertips? Do loud sounds hurt your ears? Were you in the military? Have you ever had your hearing tested before?
No, I have not.
Say the word mousetrap. Say the word baseball. Say the word airplane. Say the word cowboy. It also told us if you had a cold, I was able to make the words in the threshold.
What are all the rest of the...
Okay.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings, our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years. Hello and welcome to Ridgeline High School, where tonight the Riverhawks play host to the Skyview Bobcats. It's number 1 versus number 3 in 4A on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. I'm Eric Olson. I'll guide you through this wild one here all night long as Skyview comes in a confident team on an 11-game win streak. Ranked number 1 in 4A and for very good reason. Their last 2 games, they beat Bear River 89-57, and then they got Logan recently 74-62 on Wednesday night. It's the second time these two teams have played this season. Skyview coming in at 16-2, 7-0 in region, with Ridgeline, the number 3 team in 4A, 13-6 and 6-1 in region. That lone loss was on the 17th of January when they lost to Skyview 79-68, an 11-point game. That's the closest any region team has been to Skyview. Ridgeline 68 points, the second highest point total given up by Skyview this season. They gave up 83 in a loss to Timpview. Timpview just went wild from behind the three-point line in that game. 16 three-pointers in that game to really blow it open late. And they thumped Skyview at that point. That was early in the season. The last time these two teams met, Skyview jumped out to a 22-11
first quarter lead. They led 46-29 at the half and then just cruised home. Sam Phipps, 23 points and 9 rebounds in that game. Mason Falslev, 19 and 8, along with 10 assists. And then they got that third score in there, Tatum Neal, with 13 points in that one. For Ridgeline, Knowles had 18, Cox had 14, and they hit 10 3-pointers, so they were hitting from beyond the arc. But Skyview shot lights out, or they hit the offensive rebounds, because looking at the stats on that one, and I couldn't find anything other than straight up rebounds. Ridgeline only had 10 rebounds the whole game. 10 rebounds as a team. Skyview had 30 in that game. So either Skyview was cleaning up on the boards in that game, or they were just shooting lights out. From what I understand, I didn't see it. I talked to people that did. It was kind of a little bit of both. Skyview's just so big. 6'7", 6'7", and 6'4" down along the front line there with Phipps and Schumann and Falslev. They really are tough to keep off the boards. It's senior night here at Ridgeline. 5 seniors on this Ridgeline team that they honored before the game started, before the warm-ups even started. Jackson Baker, Kyler Hansen, Bruce McConkey, Jacob Salveson, Caleb Smullen, all getting the nod before this game. And I asked Coach after we were done with our interview, hey, are you going to start the seniors or the same lineup? And he said, oh, we're going with our regular lineup. We're trying to treat this game like any other game and keep everybody, they want to keep everybody kind of in the rhythm and everything. And I get a little bit of a feeling being here tonight and then talking to the coach, spending some time with him and milling around a little bit earlier when I was grabbing him for our interview around some of the players. The Ridgeline players they're dialed in for this one. They are very businesslike in the approach to this one tonight. They really want to get the Bobcats. And the Bobcats, they come in here with a lot of swag, a lot of swagger. They're good. They know it. And they just have all sorts of confidence. And an 11-game win streak will do that for you. 11 games, 67.5 points per game for Skyview, giving up 56 points per game, but in region it goes up even higher. 75 points per game Skyview scores in region, and they give up 51. Ridgeline on the season has scored about 60 points a game and given up 52, and in region play they've scored 65 points per game while giving up 51. So both of these teams, kind of similar numbers, but Skyview's blowing everybody away. Ridgeline has played a couple of close games against, has played at least one close game against Bear River, and then they lost to Skyview, but Skyview's just blowing everybody away. I'll be shocked if Skyview's not in the mix when it comes down to the last weekend for high school basketball, which is fast approaching. This is the second to the last regular week. The regular season ends next Friday night. We're going to step aside, and in just a few minutes, they're going to be back here for the national anthem, the starting lineups, as they introduce both teams on the game of the week coming up in just a few minutes.
Over the period of time, my hearing became worse and worse.
Over the course of the years, I developed a hearing loss, and I would not be able to hear my employees talk to me sometimes.
For Paul Dings and Cache Valley's integrity, his character, his background, his equipment, I would recommend him to anyone for a hearing aid specialist.
Hey guys, have you been thinking about a guitar or any other instrument in mind for you or somebody else? We have some great financing options from 6 to 12 months. Yamaha's doing a 12-month plan right now. Come in, get some time to pay it off, and have no interest for up to a year.
So, you bought your computer from one of those big box stores, or online, and now it's really slow, or just not working right.
Targets acquired.
PCs Unlimited can fix it. Fixing computers is what we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. Service, repair, diagnostics, networking, upgrades, system and data recovery, all your computer needs. Our prices are low, and our customer service is the best. You won't get help from the big box or online. Come see the professionals at PCs Unlimited.
It's over? I thought you liked that I'm basic.
Wendy's Made to Crave chicken sandwiches taught me I could do better than basic.
Upgrade from basic, the barbecue chicken sandwich, avocado BLT chicken sandwich, and the sauce and bacon chicken sandwich. At Wendy's, we got you.
I have an awesome workout for you here in Thailand. Let's get started. Are you ready for a challenge? I'm bringing your incline up. Let's go. We're not just working those legs, we're working the core too. So stay with it. Let's get going. We got 30 seconds. Let's push it out. That's it. Stay with me. Really lengthen that stride. You've got 3 intervals left. Stay strong. We only have a few more. You gotta stay with it. I know it's not easy, but you're almost there. Let's go. Last 3, 2, 1. Yes. Nice work. You crushed it.
National anthem here at Ridgeline. As we get ready for the introduction of the starting lineups for each one of these teams. They introduce the visiting Skyview Bobcats first. The defending champs have Tatum Neal, the 6-foot junior, averaging 6 points per game. Running in the backcourt with Caden Penrose, another junior at 5'11". He averages just under 6 points per game. Mason Falslip, the #1 scorer in 4A. 6'4", he's a senior, he averages 22 a game. And he runs with Sam Phipps at 6'7", the senior, averaging 16 points a game, one of the top rebounders in 4A. Bracken Schumann, 6'7", just a junior, 7 points per ball game. And it's showtime in Millville. Two seniors start for this Ridgeline team. Jackson Baker at 6'3" is one of them. Number 2, Jacob Salveson is 6'5". He's one of those 5 seniors on this team. Chase Hall, who's quietly put together a really solid season as a 6-foot junior. Caden Cox, the 6-foot sophomore, one of the top scorers in 4A as well. He does a lot of it from long range. And Peyton Knowles, the 6'4" sophomore, starting at the 5. When we've seen him here on the Valley Channel on the Game of the Week, he's had really good floor games. He hasn't done a lot of scoring. But if you watch his box score, speaking of Peyton Knowles, he's put up points in lots of games. In fact, against this team last time they met, he had 18 points. We mentioned Falslev, he's number 1 in 4A in scoring. He's 6th in three-pointers made per game at 2.4. 4th in 4A in rebounding at 7.7, and number 1 in assists at 5.1. He's 4th in steals at just under 2 a game. Phipps is 12th in scoring, and he's number 2 in 4A in rebounding at 8. Cox is number 4 in 4A in three-pointers made per game, and Hall is number 3 in assists for Ridgeline. So Phipps and Knowles.
Skyview is coached by Kirk Hilliard, and Ridgeline is coached by Kyle Day.
All right, now they're ready. Phipps taps it. And we're underway as Neal hands it off to Penrose. Back to Neal, here's Falslev. He's got Knowles keeping an eye on him. If that's what Knowles is going to draw tonight, that's a big job for the sophomore. As Ridgeline starts in man, they screen off. And they don't switch. Knowles stays with Falslev as he spins into the paint and has to give it up. Good help defense. Down low they go to Schumann. Back out in three-point country, and losing the basketball to Cox is Penrose. So Skyview turns it over on their first possession. They held the ball for 35 seconds, couldn't find a shot, and then turned it over. Skyview in that 1-3-1 that's just given teams fits. They put Phipps out front with all his length, and he's just feasting on opposing offenses just like that. As he turns it over. Blocked by Baker, but they're going to call a foul as he sent it back to Tatum Neal and a lot of body.
Foul called on Ridgeline, number 2, Tatum Neal.
Neal gets 2 free throws.
Number 2, Jackson.
Misses the first. Neal makes 1 of 2. First point on the board, and it's 1-0 Skyview. We've played just shy of 90 seconds. Baker, cross-court pass to Hall. Wide open 3, good. Chase Hall with the triple, and Ridgeline leads 3-1. Neal getting down in the paint, kicks it back out. Here's Phipps driving around the defender, stepping back and firing. Misses, but Schumann's there for the board. 3 from the corner is good by Penrose. 4-3 Skyview, 6 minutes to play. In the first quarters, we're just underway here at Ridgeline. Hall goes baseline to Baker, lays it up and in. Good look by Hall, good movement by Ridgeline. And Ridgeline back out front 5-4. Here's Falslev. Now Baker draws the assignment. Out to Phipps. Corner 3 is good. pair of three-pointers by Skyview, and they lead by 2, 7-5. 3 minutes into this ball game. Baker has it knocked away by Falsov, and he gets it back. Now Cox. Knowles in the corner to Baker. Good open look. Baker too hard. Rebounded by Neal. Neal gives it off to Penrose. Down low, Schumann. Schumann puts it up and one. Hall came over to help, but Salveson got him on the arm. Schumann is a handful. Coach Day asked me before the game, is Schumann a senior? I said, I think so. I couldn't recall. He said, oh, that kid's a load. Well, no, he's just a junior. Got to put up with him for another year. A lot of returning players next year for Skyview. Same can be said of Ridgeline, who trails 10-5 now after the three-point play by Schumann. Cox fires the long three. Got it. Get him warmed up, and things could get interesting. 10-8 Skyview. Midway through this first quarter. Penrose all the way to the rim. Five for Penrose. Back out to a 4-point Skyview lead. Part of an 11-5 run for the Bobcats. Cox fakes the three, kicks it out to Hall, who steps inside and leaves it back for Baker. He's got Knowles down low, and they're going to say it went off of the foot of Schumann. He turns around and puts his hands on his chest. Me? Whether it was him or not, they're saying it went off of Skyview, so it stays here. Skyview by 4. Cox. With Baker now back to Caden Cox. High post to Knowles. Ridgeline continues to move it now against a 2-3 zone. You're going to have to move the ball quicker than that as Cox gets a look and hits again. 1-point game, 12-11 Skyview. Falsliv hasn't scored yet. Up and under move is short. Rebound out of bounds, and it goes off of Knowles.
Possession, Skyview.
Falsliv put every move in the book on, but then left it short with a little push shot. Phipps in the lane. His shot won't go, and he'll go to the line. The outside official with the call against Knowles.
Foul call on Ridgeline. Number 5, Peyton Knowles.
Third team foul on Ridgeline. Salveson, Knowles, and Baker all have one. Skyview yet to be whistled with 2:55 to play in the first period. And you can't see it, it's just off our camera, but Coach Day is having a discussion with the official that blew that whistle. Phipps hits the first. He's got 4, and he's looking for 5. Phipps 1 of 2, and it's a 2-point lead for Skyview at 13-11. 2:50 to play in the first period at Ridgeline. Now a man look for Skyview defensively. Hall uses the screen. Schumann's there to turn him back, but then Hall fires it up, misses. Rebounded by Falsliv. He took it away from Knowles. Falsliv's going to take this one all the way to the rim. They stop him. He's patient, and he finds the bucket. All 5 starters have scored for Skyview. They lead by 4, 15-11. 2 minutes now to play in this first quarter. Baker gets to the rim. They're going to call a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Schumann. They're going to say shooting or not?
Foul called on Skyview.
Yes, it's a shooting foul. So Bracken Schumann breaks up the no-hitter. Skyview with their first foul of the game with 2:02 to play in the quarter. Jackson Baker hits the first free throw. First free throw of the game for Ridgeline. One more pulls the Riverhawks to within a bucket. As we're under the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter, 15-13 Skyview. Smullen getting set to check in for Ridgeline. Phipps looks underneath, nobody home. Out to Falslift. Neal turns and fires and hits. 3 points for Neal. And the Bobcats extend the lead to 4, 17-13. Hall looks for Cox. Cox hit 2 in a row, make it 3. Hayden Cox is dialed in from long range. It's a 1-point ball game, 17-16 Skyview. Cox has 3 triples here in the first quarter. Leads all scorers with 9. They come double false, so he picks up his dribble. Off to Phipps. Phipps gets in the lane, too hard. Rebound fought for. Phipps saves it back into Neal. Falslip down the lane, lay it up and in from the left side. 4 points for the leading scorer in 4A. With 40 seconds to play in the first quarter, it's a 3-point ball game. Skyview leading. The long ball has been very good to Ridgeline. It's getting in close as Knowles. Looked like that one kind of slipped out of his hand as he pushes it up. And Phipps coming the other way. Little push shot won't go, rebounded by Hall. Baker to the rim, runs over a Skyview Bobcat, foul on Skyview, and one for Baker.
Foul called on Skyview.
It's on Tatum Neal. And Baker goes to the line. Salveson and Hall will sit. Adams and Smullen in. Adams is with his purple shoes, a long defender. Baker had a chance to tie it, can't do it. Got the shot to fall anyway. And he's got 5 points. Falsett with 5 seconds. He's going to take the final shot. Pull up 3, short. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. 19-18, Skyview leads as we head to the second.
It's time for Wendy's Bacon Fest. That's right. The place that brought you the Baconator and sells more bacon cheeseburgers than anyone is making all your Applewood smoked dreams come true. Like the all-new Bacon Jalapeno Cheeseburger. Or the Bacon Double Stack in the $5 Biggie Bag. If you're this crazy for bacon,
make mine a double.
We got you with the Bacon Jalapeno Cheeseburger or the Bacon Double Stack Biggie Bag. Get yours now at Wendy's Bacon Fest.
Well, we're back at Ridgeline. I'm doing the extremely unofficial stats here on my book, and I've got a different score than there is on the scoreboard, but that's the official scoreboard. 19-18. Skyview with the lead. I've actually got 20-17, so I must have missed a bucket somewhere. Wouldn't be the first time. Ridgeline with a chance to regain the lead now as we start the second quarter. Cox has been red hot from range. This time he dribbles in. Adams kicks it back out to Hansen. Long three up and over the backboard and out of bounds. Kyler Hansen, one of the 5 seniors on this Ridgeline squad. Skyview leading by a point, gets the ball back. Down low, Schumann's free. As Smullen got picked off, and it was late coming over. And Schumann has 5 points. Long range three from Cox, got another one! Caden Cox turning the key and letting the missiles loose. He's got 12. And here's a near turnover. Falsliv's Johnny on the spot, picks it up and scores. Bad pass, and instead of a turnover, Falsliv's there to keep it alive and give Skyview the lead back at 23-21. After Cox had tied it with his 4th three-pointer of this first half. Adams gives it up. He tried to get around Falsliv. Only the 2nd turnover for Ridgeline, but you see what's elite about Falsliv. Falsliv was out of position. Adams started to take the step, and Falsliv was quick enough to recover. Inside, here's the block by Smullen. He hands it off to Adams, and Ridgeline with a chance to tie it again or take the lead back. Smullen, flat-footed three is short, rebounded by Hansen. Cox rims around and out, he's human. (23-21) Skyview. 2 minutes into this second quarter. Penrose picks up his dribble and looks inside to Schumann. Back out to Penrose, three, he's fouled and it goes. That kind of shot right there, that kind of play right there is the kind that could just demoralize an opponent and really give some juice to the team that makes it. Because what was a 2-point lead can now all of a sudden in one play become a 6-point ball game. Salveson in, Smullen will sit down. Kason Carlson along with Titan Saxton into the ball game for Skyview as they go to the bench for the first time. Penrose misses the free throw, but it's a 5-point lead after the made three-pointer for Skyview. It matches their largest lead of the night. Here's Cox on the curl, and he has to kick it back out as Phipps was home defensively in the paint. Cox with the lob, and he's being held as he was looking for Knowles. And they're saying Kason Carlson was holding him. Carlson picks up his first foul. Only the 3rd team foul on Skyview. Ridgeline with only one more. Down low, comes back out. Salveson three off the back of the iron, rebounded by Carlson. And here comes Penrose. Phipps working against Knowles. Now to Penrose. They're trying to post up Falsliv. They get it to him on a nice entry pass, and Falsliv turns and scores. 8 for Falsliv. And it's a 7-point Skyview lead. A 10-3 run by the Bobcats since being tied early. Down low to Knowles, working against Carlson. Knowles draws the contact and banks it home. 28-23. Skyview with the 5-point lead. Adams is going to check Falsliv. Looking for Phipps down low. Penrose can't find him, so he takes it to the other side of the floor and hands off to Falslev. Falslev, pull up straight away. He came down kind of funny and he's shaking his foot, but he looks like he's moving okay. And Falslev misses that one badly. Makes Cox pick up the dribble 40 feet from the hoop. Salveson, good look at a three, likes what he sees. 28-26, Skyview. Adams tries to draw the charge, no whistle, and then Phipps misses the throwdown. Phipps trying to say he was fouled, but he slipped right by his defender, and he just got up. Sometimes you go to throw with authority, and it didn't go down. It kind of goes a little forward and hits the rim and rims out, and that's what happened. Phipps will take a seat. He wasn't happy after the miss, and Ridgeline, after trailing by 7 just a few minutes ago, now on a little run of their own. They're down by 2. With 3:20 to play in the first half. Salveson leaves it out for Cox. It's knocked away by Falslev and out of bounds and stays at this end. In the inbounds play, Cox looking, lobs it up for Knowles, who goes and gets it. Cox with 4 3-pointers, and he thought about that one. Knowles inside to Baker, turns, misses. That did everything but fall through. It would have tied the game. And Skyview with a chance to extend the lead. Falslev spins to his left, puts it up, and rolls off the rim. Rebounded by Salveson. Falslev with 8 points here in this first half. Hall fakes the three. Jackson Schumann, number 32 at 6'10", is in the ball game for Skyview. Long three on the way. Cox misses. Chase Hall knocks it away from Carlson, and it goes out of bounds off Hall. And we're heading the other way.
Number 23.
Hansen gives Cox a rest. Cox hit his first 4 3-pointers, and he's missed the last 2. And I think Coach Day looked at it and said, yeah, he probably needs a rest. It's the first time he sat down. There's 2 minutes to play here in this first half. In a 2-point ball game. Falslev working. Oh, what a move he put on Baker. It's disgusting. 30-26. 1:50 to play in this first half. Skyview with a 4-point lead. Salveson to the rim, and it's too hard. And he looks at his hand like, you've betrayed me. Down low, Schumann gets it and puts it in. Chase Hall fell to the ground, and Ridgeline screaming for a foul. Saying that Schumann knocked him down. But it looked like he might have just tripped. There was a lot of traffic down there. Down low to Knowles. Knowles hit on the arm, no call. But Ridgeline keeps the ball. Hall with the back cut to Baker. It's kicked out to Salveson. 3 won't go, rebounded by Knowles. 1:10 to play in the half. In a 32-26 game. Skyview with a 6-point lead. Knowles doesn't even look at the 3. Hall leaves it for Knowles, who has it tapped back and away, and Falslev, showtime, misses, and a foul on Salveson. He missed it, but he was fouled, and that was why. Looked like there was going to be a little bit of a show put on by Falslev, and then Salveson hustled back, and he's going to make Falslev earn it. 50 seconds to play in this first half. And Falslev makes it a 7-point lead again for Skyview.
Number 34, Samuel,
11
number 10,
for
Caden
Falsliff.
Penrose.
One more to tie game high honors with Caden Cox. Misses, rebound tapped out, and Hansen has it. 7 points, matches the largest lead of the game, and a foul called on Skyview. They're going to call it on Tatum Neal, his second.
Number 2, Tatum.
Only the 4th team foul on the Bobcats here in this first half. 5 on Ridgeline. So Cox back in, and Baker will sit. Cox got about a 2-minute rest. In low they go to Knowles, working against Schumann. And Knowles will go to the line. And they immediately sent Bracken Schumann to the scorer's table. They didn't like the position that Knowles was able to get on Jackson Schumann. Knowles too hard on the free throw. They're going to give a little coaching to Schumann as he sits.
Number 30, Taylor Smollett. Number 2, Jackson Baker.
Baker back into the ball game. Smullen comes in as well. That's 6-5 as Knowles hits 1 of 2. Knowles with 3 points in the first half. Tapped away by Cox, but nobody there to pick it up. Falsliff trots back to get it. 30 seconds to play in the half in a 6-point ball game. Skyview leads 33-27. And Coach Day is just telling his team to stay back. Go ahead and let them take the last shot if they want. They show out on the screen and they double, and Phipps gets in behind it. Good ball movement by Skyview to find the open man. And that's the end of the first half. Skyview with a late run to put a little bit of space between them and Ridgeline as we head to the locker room. 35-27 on the game of the week. Skyview with the lead.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Dr. Daines, I suppose, along with everybody else in my age group, I am now getting bombarded on a daily basis, it seems, in the mail with hearing aid advertisements coming through the mail. I don't know if you... Really, I just throw them away, because I would say if I needed a hearing aid, here is where I'd come to see you. Are people in danger with these things? I mean, are you going to get a product that's legitimate? Are you dealing with real people, or is it a scam?
You usually get a product it's a decent product, but is it fit for you? Everybody's a little bit different, and we want to be able to have you come in and find out what works best for your individual needs. Some of these hearing aids that you can buy through the mail are not really anything but amplifiers. They turn things up, but simply not turning things up, that doesn't solve the problem. We need to personalize the hearing aid to your individual loss, and make it so what frequencies need to be boosted are boosted, and those that don't need to be boosted aren't.
So just turning up the volume on something isn't actually going to fix the problem?
It does not. No, we need to make it so it matches exactly what your hearing is.
I had no idea it was that complicated, because, you know, on the street, people might think, yeah, I can send away for one and it's generic and it'll work for everybody, but that really isn't the case.
It really isn't. No. And you also see a lot of times advertisements that say, come in for our free trial. We're offering a trial research, and come and give us your opinion on this hearing aid and we'll give you a discount. We're doing a special study with the manufacturer. Well, the manufacturers already have their study done. Right. They wouldn't be offering it to somebody here. They have their own research facilities that they do these studies at. And so the study is how many hearing aids they can sell. It's not a real study.
Yeah, and so again, it's just down to people pushing a product that could be right for A, B, and C, but is not anywhere right for the rest of the alphabet people. But coming here to Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, you are going to find out exactly, if you have 100 different people walking through in a day, you're going to find the exact right, and some of them may not even need a hearing aid, and of course, you're never going to push that.
I do not do that. That's one thing that I pride myself in, is I'm not a salesman. I take care of people, help them meet their needs, and take care of them, and do what we can that way. But I will not push or pressure anybody to purchase a hearing aid.
So even though you might be tempted, even though you get these in the mail like I do, don't be tempted, because ultimately it may not be at all what you personally need. Come on down to Cache Valley Hearing and see Dr. Daines, and he will find you exactly what you individually need. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
Thank you.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
You have to love what you do in order to put yourself 100% into it. When I was in the hospital for several weeks, I always said to myself, while I am here, I can do what I want, and I want to do what I can.
He had an arteriovascular malformation. It was in the part of the brain that deals with vision. When we went to the hospital and they did a CAT scan, they immediately saw that it was quite serious.
It was very scary for a while. I couldn't see from the side. It seemed like I'd lost all my peripheral vision.
There's nothing worse than seeing your child sick and in the hospital. There's nothing worse. But I think it really helped to define him. Because of this vision cut, he felt like he had blinders on. It gave him the drive and the desire to look more broadly in everything that he does.
Tennis really came about from that, because tennis was one of the few sports that I was cleared to play. I just hit hundreds and maybe even thousands of balls that summer. If you try your best, then no one can ever knock you for anything.
After each match, when he would lose, he'd get in the car and he'd say, "When's the next tournament?" He was less afraid to fail in other things he did, whether it was playing a new instrument or trying to launch this very ambitious fundraising campaign.
So it relates to the fire within, or the hunger, the desire to do something. Patrick has that hunger within him, never be satisfied, to always keep striving for more.
All these kids have passion for something, and that's what they're really showing the world.
We're living now, so we need to make the most of it now.
Some people take it upon themselves to be great. I think Patrick is one of those people. I don't think he's setting out, I want to be great. I think he's setting out, I want to be a good person. I want to make a difference.
Greatness has to do with how big of an impact you've had on the community and other people.
This guy can do anything out there.
Gauging my best is not actually possible, but just knowing that I can continually push myself and hopefully reach that best is what I'm trying to do.
So I've always loved sports, and I've always participated in sports, and I've always played, and I think the best part about this job is being able to watch these athletes play, and it's part of my job just to sit there and watch these athletes succeed and play these wonderful sports. I always knew I wanted to work in medicine, and after playing many sports in high school and getting many injuries and having to come back from those injuries, I knew that I wanted to provide that same coverage and provide that same care to other student athletes, because sports is a key part of growing up. So I teach one class, and it's my exercise science sports medicine class, and it also gives the students some college credit, but mostly it gives me another setting to be with my athletes, and I can really get to know them off the field, and I can get to know their personalities. That way, when an injury does happen on the field, that I can better take care of them because they know me and they recognize me. you keep people on the court and you keep them on the field and they're always playing, and I always wanted to be a part of that. I always wanted to be part of the team, and I always wanted to just participate and make sure that everybody who is healthy can stay out there playing a lot longer. So you never want to see anybody actually get hurt, but when it does happen, it's always good to be there, because then we can evaluate to see if it's actually going to be a game changer for them. And most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's just an injury, and then we can actually get them back into play a lot quicker had they just gotten hurt and sat out. And that's what's most important about having us athletic trainers there, is that we can really work on these injuries and get them out a lot faster had they just sat out. Cache Valley Hospital is a great company to work for. They provide so much support for their athletic trainers that it just makes working with these athletes such a breeze. If we ever have any questions, concerns about a certain athlete, we can just call on our support, and the hospital is very, very generous to us here at the school, and it's just a great company, and they help the community, and they care about these athletes as much as we do, and they don't see them every day, but they still care about them, and that makes it such a different dynamic to work with. My job is to prevent injuries from happening, but to also get the athletes back out on the field as quickly as possible after one happens, and that's what Cache Valley Hospital is all about.
I have an awesome workout for you here in Thailand. Let's get started. Are you ready for a challenge? I'm bringing your incline up. Let's go. We're not just working those legs, we're working the core too. So stay with it. Let's get going. We got 30 seconds. Let's push it out. That's it. Stay with me. Really lengthen that stride. You've got 3 intervals left. Stay strong. We only have a few more. You gotta stay with it. I know it's not easy, but you're almost there. Let's go. Last 3, 2, 1. Yes. Nice work. You crushed it.
Hi, Cache Valley. This is Fernando over the Factory Pizzeria. We're running a special right now. We're giving a free nachos when you buy a large pizza with 3 toppings. Just mention this out and you're gonna get a free nachos every time you come. The Factory Pizzeria is located in 119 South Main, below the Gias in the basement. Come see as soon as you can. Thank you.
Vehicle won't start? We can fix that. Not running right? We can fix that. Won't stop? We can fix that. Auto Evolution, honest service at a fair price on Airport Road.
Hey guys, if you've been thinking about a guitar or any other instrument in mind for you or somebody else, we have some great financing options from 6 to 12 months. Yamaha's doing a 12-month plan right now. Come in, get some time to pay it off, and have no interest for up to a year.
Because they have beautiful selections of fresh flowers. They're family owned and been in business for a long time, and they make you feel like part of the family.
Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
At Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, we believe in a very thorough hearing test. Do you hear ringing noises? Does any member of your family have hearing loss? Do you have frequent or severe headaches? Any numbness in your face or fingertips? Do loud sounds hurt your ears? Were you in the military? Have you ever had your hearing tested before?
No, I have not.
Say the word mousetrap. Say the word baseball. Say the word airplane. Say the word cowboy. It also told us if you had a cough, I was able to make the words in your syllable.
What are all the rest of the...
Okay.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings, our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.
Back at Ridgeline High School, Eric Olson along with you as we get ready to start the second half, 35-27, Skyview. Skyview on a late run to open up a ball game that had been down to 1 point. They open it up, or they go on a 7-0 run late in that first half and lead now by 8 points. They were paced by Mason Falslip with 11 points, 7 of his 11 in that second quarter. 6 for Sam Phipps, 8 for Caden Penrose, 5 for Bracken Schumann, 3 for Tatum Neal, and Jackson Schumann with a bucket off the bench. Ridgeline was led by Caden Cox, who had 12 points on 4 3-pointers. He was 4 of 6 from long range in that first half. 6 points for Jackson Baker. Knowles, Salveson, and Hall each with 3 points, but then that was it for them as they were outscored 16-9 in that second quarter. Skyview looking to extend a 11-game winning streak. Skyview with a chance to push the lead out to double digits. 8 points is their largest lead of the night. They led by 7 on a couple of occasions. Back out to Falslip, fakes the 3, steps inside, and finds Phipps, who glides in from the right side, misses in an offensive foul. Are they going to get Schumann on the push-off? They do. Second foul on Bracken Schumann. Phipps and Falslip get all the attention, but Schumann is like a piece of granite under there. Good size, does a lot of damage. Hall looking low to Knowles. Nope, that's Baker. Now it's Knowles. Spins to his left, and Schumann's there. We just talked about him. And he swats it away. Cox is doubled off the screen. Baker fumbles and gets it back. Both teams doing a good job of taking care of the ball as Baker with a little up and under shot won't go. Man, that's a couple of shots we've seen here for Ridgeline that rolled all the way around and then just fell out. still looking for the first points of this second half. And it's knocked away from Neal and a foul called on the ridgeline. The underneath official didn't call it. The one clear out on the other side called it.
Foul called on ridgeline, number 15.
They called on Chase Hall. Only his first. Not a lot of fouls. Only 8 total fouls. 9 total fouls. Let's count that again. Counting is hard in that first half. Here's Phipps working on Knowles. Knowles stays in front of him. And Salveson runs the court and misses the layup. Falsliv out to Neal. 3 from the corner won't go. Cox with a rebound. Hall hit a 3-pointer early in the game. Hasn't looked to shoot since. Salveson 3 is short. A good job by Skyview to save that one back in, as Ridgeline can't find the range. Luckily for them, neither can Skyview. Neither team has scored as we're 2 minutes into this second half. Skyview won the first quarter 19-18 and the second quarter 16-9. They were in control by this time, the last time these two teams met. Ridgeline's putting up a fight tonight. Skyview hasn't seen many fights this season. Penrose stuck in the paint. Penrose throws it out front. Falsliv tracks it down. Falsliv carried it. He got it stuck on his hip. He went like he was going to try to throw it behind his back, I think. I think he was trying to fake the throw. And then as he went to pull it back around, he got it stuck on his hip. Took a couple of extra steps after the hop. Paying a lot of attention to Cox as they go down low to Knowles, and this could be the third foul on Schumann. Quick whistle from the outside. Now they're going to call it on Tatum Neal. That's his third foul. So Neal with 3, Schumann with 2. Cameron Doyle getting set to check in for the first time for Skyview as Knowles goes to the free throw line. Knowles is 1 of 2 from the line. And finally, somebody scores in the second half. We played almost 3 minutes, and neither team had scored yet. Knowles finally puts one in the hoop. Knowles hits them both. Chips into that lead, a 6-point advantage for Skyview. 5:10 to play here in the third. Turning the corner and then turning it over is Skyview as Knowles comes up with a steal. 3 turnovers for Skyview. They've done a good job taking care. Cox, 3, good. Cox with 15, and it's a 3-point ball game. And the Ridgeline student body comes alive. Falsliv out to Phipps as he works on Knowles. Knowles working so hard defensively. Falsliv against Baker, who works hard defensively, and Falsliv finds Schumann with a nice little pass, and Schumann puts it in. And that stops a 5-0 mini run by Ridgeline. 5-point ball game. Skyview with the lead. Phipps nearly takes it away. Hall with the step back. Salveson tries to rebound, and it's knocked away from him. Here comes Falsliv. Lays it up there for Phipps, who can't get it to go. And Chase Hall grabs the rebound. And the outside official makes the call. The one right on top of it didn't blow a whistle. And what does the outside official say? Oh, they're going to call Chase Hall.
Number 15, Chase Hall. His second of the game.
Hall had hold of that ball, and Phipps reached in to try to grab it away. There's an official standing right there, didn't blow his whistle, and the guy clear out by midcourt comes in. So he must have saw something. And Cox with the steal, so it didn't matter. Corner 3, Hall won't go, rebounded by Knowles. Skyview with 4 turnovers now. 3 here in this quarter. 37-32 with 3:45 to play in the third. Skyview by 5. Cox hits the deck. And Skyview says, hey, walked, and it kind of looked like it, but instead a foul called. And it's on Penrose. And the official kind of talked to the Skyview bench from across the way, and he said, he might have walked because he was bumped. Hall gets Schumann up in the air and lays it in. Chase Hall with 5. 3-point ball game. See if Falsliff says that's enough. Falsliff going to the line.
Foul call on Ridgeline. Number 2, Jackson.
Baker just picked up his second. That's the 3rd team foul. Both teams with 3 team fouls as Falsliff steps to the line and misses. He's 1 of 2 tonight from the free throw line.
Now in for Skyview, number 1, Mason Carlson.
Carlson in the ball game, and Phipps will take a rest. I think Coach Hilliard's going to try to sneak some rest for some of his guys here in the third and keep them on the floor in the fourth. In what's turned out to be a good ball game, a close one here in Millville, 38-34, Skyview, as we approach the 3-minute mark of this third quarter. Knowles has a wide open 3. Instead, he drives in underneath to Salveson. Salveson cutting to the hoop, and he's got 5. 2-point game. See if Falsliff tries to take over. Leaves it for Schumann, and Schumann was looking for the rebound. It's taken away by Hall. Another turnover for Skyview. This one out of bounds. It looks like it should be Skyview ball. Let's see. The officials are going to talk about it. Oh, they're going to keep it here. Ridgeline got away with one there. It looked like it went off of Cox's hands. Ridgeline with a chance to tie or take the lead after being down by 8. Cox leans in, he'll go to the line. Bracken Schumann with his 3rd. Cox initiating the contact. And Phipps is going to have to come back into the ball game. I bet Schumann will sit. Caden Cox was 16 as he makes the first free throw. So Schumann has to sit with foul trouble. And a chance for Cox to tie it at 38. And he does. 2:35 to play in the third. We got a new ball game, tied at 38. Falsliff to the right side, shut off. Dips under, lays it up, misses, rebounded by Hall. Cox is out front, Hall doesn't see him. Salveson, Cox in the corner. Spins to his right, puts it up, and they'll go to the line. Oh, if he would have put that one in, it would have been some sort of unholy magic, as he was defended well. Who do they call the foul on? Penrose.
Correction, foul call on Skyview, number 10, Caden Penrose.
So Cox to the line with 2 free throws and a chance for the lead for the first time for Ridgeline since early in this ball game. Caden Cox with 6 points in the third quarter. He's got 18 for the game. 1 more for the 6-foot sophomore, and that's 6 feet if he's got tall shoes. Hits them both. 4 straight for Cox, 7 points in the quarter, and it's a 2-point Ridgeline lead with 2 minutes to play in the third. And for the first time in a long time, Skyview's in a ball game. Nice spin by Falslev, and he finds Carlson for the layup. And a timeout after Skyview ties it back up at 40. 1:53 to play in this ball game. Tied at 40. Other games going on tonight. Green Canyon is at Logan. Not a lot of offense in that game. It was 18-13 at the half. Green Canyon leading Logan. And Bear River was leading Mountain Crest at the half, 45-20. Ridgeline, they're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They've been playing well. They beat Green Canyon 62-40 last Friday. And then they beat Bear River on Wednesday 58-51. Cox had 14 in that one. Baker with 10. Hall with 11. As we mentioned before, they lost to Skyview by 11 in their first meeting. They beat Bear River by 2 points and by 7 points, but then everybody else they beat by an average of 26 points per game. So we talk about Skyview destroying people. Ridgeline's done the same. Two very good teams going at it here tonight. One a surprise in Ridgeline, and the other one everybody knew was going to be good. Cox, three, got another one. Caden Cox is red hot. He's got 22. He goes for the steal, and Penrose gets by him. Out to Phipps. Now Carlson gives it off. Phipps with it back. Step back for Phipps. Won't go. Rebound knocked away and rebounded by Bakers. Cameron Doyle couldn't get a hold of it. Approaching the 1 minute mark of the third, a 3-point Ridgeline lead. Down low they go to Knowles. Knowles has it knocked away, gets it back. Salveson with the lay-in, and a blocking foul called on Skyview. That'll be the 6th team foul on Skyview as Falslev picks up his first. Toughest call in basketball. Falslev took exception with it. Salveson asked him if he's okay, and he said, yeah, I'm fine. He looks like he took it to the teeth. Falslev plays with fire, a lot of fire, but he doesn't really, he's not all that demonstrative. He doesn't chase refs that much, and on that one he looked at him and kind of talked to him like, are you sure? He didn't agree with the call, but he didn't make a scene as Salveson makes the free throw. Ridgeline has definitely benefited from the free throw line here in this third quarter. They're 7 for 7 from the line. Skyview shot 2 free throws. Evan Hall is going to come into the ball game, putting some size in there, and Kyle Day is going to counter with Smullen. He's going to come in for Salveson, and he turns around to Smullen and makes a gesture like play strong, because Evan Hall is like a horse in there. Hall just a junior. Salveson waits forever and then finally gets a chance at another free throw, and it's a 5-point Ridgeline lead at 45-40. 18-point quarter so far for Ridgeline. 55 seconds to play. Here comes Phipps across the timeline. Phipps all the way to the rim. Missed the layup. Out of bounds off of Ridgeline. And Phipps stands up like, how did I miss that? He's had a rough night. He's got 6 points. And he's missed a bunch of little gimmies. That was just a little bunny right there that wouldn't go. 48 seconds to play in the third. Corner three, nope, Saxton pulls it down. 3 on the way, won't go from the freshman for Skyview. As Phipps gets inside and he's fouled. Jump ball. And the possession arrow favors Ridgeline. Hayden Howell, the freshman's in the ball game for Skyview, number 33. As Coach Hilliard goes deep to his bench and he takes Phipps out and puts Falsa back in, and he has a talk with Phipps. I think they're trying to tell him, hey, yeah, you're having a rough game, but shake it off. That kind of looked like the discussion that was happening. 5-point Ridgeline lead with 20 seconds to play in the third. Number 1 losing to number 3 right now. Still a quarter plus a few seconds to play. Hall gives it off. Says Hansen, 3. Won't go, rebounded by Falslev. Plenty of time. Falslev's going to run into the front court and it turns it over. Knowles at the buzzer, short. And Ridgeline goes into the fourth quarter with a 45-40 lead over number 1 Skyview.
Hi, Cache Valley. This is Fernando over the Factory Pizzeria. We're running a special right now. We're giving a free nachos when you buy a large pizza with 3 toppings. Just mention this out and you're gonna get a free nachos every time you come. The Factory Pizzeria is located in 119 South Main, below the Gias in the basement. Come see as soon as you can. Thank you.
What a quarter for Ridgeline as they outscore Skyview 18-5. Things just not going for Skyview. They turned it over 5 times. They missed a lot of easy shots. Falslev with only 12 points. He only had 1 in that quarter, and he's one that had a lot of shots that just wouldn't go. Phipps with only 6 points in the game. And Skyview in unfamiliar territory, trailing in the fourth quarter. Howell turns it over. Another turnover for Skyview, their 7th. Cox just about returned the favor. He cut inside and the pass was thrown outside. Ooh, he thought about a long 3. Didn't take it. See what Ridgeline does. They try to slow things down or they keep running their action. Down low they go to Knowles, and he has it stripped away. Here's a foul out front. Cox fouled to stop the action. And for Cox, that's his first, 4th team foul. Skyview with 6 team fouls, so Ridgeline's going to be in the bonus. The entire fourth quarter, they shot a lot of free throws. 8 in that third quarter. 3 on the way from Falslev. Won't go, rebounded by Cox. And Coach Day puts one finger in the air and twirls it around to call the play. Cox to the rim, loses it. Picked up by Smullen, who finishes. Smullen with his first bucket of the game. 7-point Ridgeline lead. Falslev balls his way in from the left side. Falslev with 14. He averages 22 per game, the leading scorer in 4A. And Hall across the timeline in a 5-point ball game. Hansen working on Howell. Underneath to Knowles. Knowles is blocked by Falslev, and they're going to say he fouled him. Falslev so quick to recover as Knowles had a step on him. They say Falslev got him on the arm. And Knowles will go to the free throw line. He's got 5 points, make it 6. So they got some good minutes out of Hall to give Phipps a little bit of a rest for the stretch run here. Smullen comes out and Baker back in for him. Caden Penrose back in. for Howell. And both free throws good by Knowles. Back out to a 7-point Ridgeline lead. Falslip spins to his left. Up, miss. Rebound by Hansen as he hurries across the timeline. Down low, Knowles. Phipps comes back, but Knowles fakes him and lets him go by. 9-point lead for Ridgeline, and number one takes a timeout. .5:54 to play in the ball game. 51-42 Ridgeline. In this second half, they have outscored Skyview 24-7. Peyton Knowles with 4 points here in this fourth quarter. In the early going of the fourth quarter, he's got 9 on the night, 22 for Caden Cox. Caden Cox has hit 6 3-pointers. As a team, let's count this up. Last time these two teams played, Ridgeline hit 10 3-pointers. As a team tonight, Ridgeline has hit, 6, 7, 8 3-pointers. And Skyview, they just haven't shot the ball very well here in this second half. They've had a lot of looks at the rim that have come out, shots that they're used to making. And so here's some adversity for the defending champs. And let's see how they answer. You can see, Phipps getting a little bit frustrated because he's having a tough shooting night. Falslip's usually as cool as a cucumber. It's hard to tell with him if he's upset or not, but the Bobcats, again, in unfamiliar territory, trailing by 9. Left spin for Falslip, fouled out front. They're going to call it on Baker. It's his third. Schumann back in. He had to sit with foul trouble midway through that third quarter. Hansen will sit, and Salveson comes back in the ball game. Good minutes from Hansen. Wide open 3 on the way, and good by Tatum Neal. Now, is that the spark that Skyview needs? They're down by 6. Sometimes you just need to see the ball go in the hoop. Hall gives it to Cox. Cox with 6 3-pointers tonight. Now Ridgeline's just going to bleed some clock. In the corner, Baker fakes the 3, goes to Salveson. Now in the other corner, Hall, 3. Got it! Hall with 8. Under 5 minutes to play. Back to a 9-point advantage for Ridgeline. Falslip season opening. They close it quickly. Phipps dribbles it off the foot of Knowles. Falslip against a double team has to give it up. Penrose, nowhere to go with it. Down low to Schumann, back to Penrose. Nice give and go action. Stripped away by Ridgeline, but Bracken Schumann is there to put up another bucket. 9 points for Schumann, who's been limited by foul trouble in this second half. Cox, corner 3, got another one! Ten-point lead for Caden Cox, for Ridgeline, and Caden Cox has 7 3-pointers. Seven of 10 from three-point land.
Number 15, Chase.
Wow. Chase Hall picks up his 3rd foul. Keep an eye on that. On the drive. Skyview looking to throw in bounds. Cox tries to knock it away. Way too tall for him. Falslip and 1. Falslip's been trying to take this game over with his team down. He's missed a few. They've defended him well, and he gets that one to go. He got the step. And the Utah-bound senior steps to the line with a chance to cut that Ridgeline lead down to 7. Also misses. Rebounded out there by Tatum Neal. That's a big rebound. Falslip, baseline, up and under, scoop shot won't go. Knocked out of bounds, going the other way. And that shot right there is just what I was talking about how it's gone for Skyview tonight. They've missed a lot of little shots they usually hit. Ridgeline is playing super defense. How much of it is just missing shots and how much of it is the defense? I think it's a little of both. And Ridgeline's just not missing from deep. Timeout on the floor with 3:45 to play and an 8-point lead for Ridgeline. Skyview had a couple of chances it looked like to blow this game open. They led by 8 at the half. But then an 18-5 third quarter put the Bobcats in a hole. And it's a 12-9 fourth quarter with Ridgeline in the lead. Caden Cox has been unconscious. 25 points tonight. 7 3-pointers. He's hit them from everywhere. He's either 8 of 10 or 7 of 10. I believe he's 7 of 10. Either way, he's shooting just a silly percentage. Baker to the rim. Knocked away by Schumann and out of bounds. Coach Day chewing on the official. Wonders why his team's not shooting free throws. And he wasn't really talking about at the rim. He was talking about out front. Let's see if Ridgeline holds the ball. They haven't yet. They did for a minute on the last possession, but then they got into their action and ran it. We're approaching 3 minutes to play in the game. Baker gets inside. And all the chewing on the ear that Coach Day did to his officials seems to have worked. As they get a foul and it's on Falslip. It's his third. Skyview's turned it over 7 times tonight, 6 in the second half. Ridgeline with only 4 turnovers. Free throws good by Baker. One more to make it a double-digit lead. Baker misses. Rebounded by Falslip. Falslip quickly across the timeline. Hands it off to Neal. Neal, pull-up jumper. Rims around and out. Schumann keeps it alive, but Cox comes up with it. As the shooting woes continue for Skyview. The clock is an ally for Ridgeline as they lead by 9 with 2:50 to play in the ball game. Knowles holds out front. Salveson. Hall in the corner. Brings it back up top. Chase Hall backs it out, gives to Salveson. He works on Phipps, turns the corner. Phipps swats it hard. But it goes way out front off the backboard, and Cox comes up with it. See if they pick for Cox and try to get him to the rim. Now a foul out front as Schumann bumps Peyton Knowles. Schumann's going to pick up his 4th foul with 2:08 to play in the ball game. Carlson is going to replace Schumann. Saxton is going to replace Caden Penrose. Penrose had 8 in the first half. He hasn't scored in the second half. 1-1 for Knowles. He can make it a double-digit lead. Misses, rebounded by Phipps. Big miss. 2 minutes to play. We're on upset alert here in Millville. Number 1 trails by 9. Ridgeline 58-49. Carlson out front. 3 on the way. Short. Rebounded by Falslev. He pushes it back up and misses. Neal comes up with the ball and he's fouled. Free throws coming for Skyview with 1:41 to play in a 9-point ball game. Skyview with a chance to score points with the clock stopped.
Number 15, Chase Ball.
Ridgeline could have maybe put this game on ice with a rebound there, but Skyview kept after it. The champs are not going to go quietly into the night as Neal hits the free throw. He's got 7. Neal hits them both. He's got 8 points. It's a 7-point lead. So a 3-possession game with 1:41 to play. Ridgeline got up by 10, 57-47. And you wondered then if maybe they were going to try to slow things down and run some clock. But they kept running their offense. They kept looking for something. They weren't in any hurry, but they weren't stalling. It's been super clock management so far by Ridgeline. They've just done everything right at the Riverhawks, and that's what has to happen if you're gonna upset a team as good as Skyview. Everything's got to go your way. Skyview's missed a lot of shots. Ridgeline has defended well. And Ridgeline has made their shots, especially from beyond the arc. Looking at Skyview, 1, 2, 3. Skyview's hit 4 3-pointers all night. It's a 10 for Ridgeline. Caden Cox has done most of that damage with 7 3-pointers. 25 points for the sophomore. And a full court press going to be applied by Skyview. And they are good at this. They trap Hall. He tries to split the defense and they call a foul. They call it on Falslev. And I just said a minute ago that Falslev doesn't complain much, but he doesn't run, he walks over to the official and goes, oh wait, whoa, what? And this is 2 free throws. And you know, Hall is a junior, but that was kind of a crafty move. He pushed the ball between both of them, and then he bumped Falslev on the way through, is what it looked like. And I think that's what Falslev's, the point he's trying to make. Hall misses. It's free throw time, and it's winning time. To win a ball game, you've got to make these free throws. You're up 7 on the defending champs, and there's plenty of time for them to close that gap. Hall hits 1 of 2. 59-51. Baker's going to check Falslev. They make Falslev give it up. Adams in for defense. Falslev, long 3 on the way. Got it! 19 for Falslev. Baker runs down the sideline, goes to the rim. Got it! Contact underneath. No call either way. Baker lays it in, and Skyview can't believe they didn't call a charge. Timeout on the floor. 61-54 with 1:06 to play. Ridgeline calls the timeout. Oh my goodness. What a ball game here tonight in Millville. Skyview plays Green Canyon next Wednesday. We'll have that one for you here on the Valley Channel. The Battle of the Brothers. We don't usually do the Wednesday game, but we wanted to get that one in. Ridgeline plays at Mountain Crest. And they play Logan in their final 2 games, and then the playoffs. Skyview finishes at home against Mountain Crest. Green Canyon and Logan night, Mountain Crest and Bear River tonight. In the RPI, the top 11 teams get a first round bye. Skyview's number 1 in the RPI. Ridgeline's number 3, Bear River's number 10. So if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, all 3 of those teams would have a bye. Green Canyon and Logan would host a first round game. Mountain Crest would be on the road. And then in that second round, those top 11 teams would, the teams with the best record, host possible first round games. Well, right now it would be Ogden at Green Canyon and Uinta at Logan as far as Valley games go. 7-point game, 1 minute to play. Ridgeline looking for the upset. Out front, we got a foul first, as Carlson was wide open for a 3. And a foul on Salveson. And you don't want to do that. You want to keep the clock running. There were 9 fouls total called in the first half. There have been 19 called here in this second half, which you see quite often, especially in a close game. So a lot more free throws in this second half. Falsov going to the line for 2. He's got 19 points. Actually, it's 1-1. Falsov misses. And we got a foul on the rebound on Skyview. And they call Phipps. Phipps got the board. They said he pushed off. Phipps was just his first foul, but 2 free throws for Ridgeline at the other end. An 11-game win streak in jeopardy for Skyview. Ridgeline was dialed in coming into this one, and you just had a feeling that this wasn't going to be easy for Skyview tonight. Ridgeline misses another free throw. They're 4 of 8 from the free throw line tonight in this fourth quarter. Salveson misses them both. 4 of 9. Ridgeline just can't put Skyview away. Step back 3 for Falsov. He follows, but it's Adams that comes out with it, and he's fouled by Carlson. It's funny to say that Mason Falsov really hasn't had a great game. He's got 19 points. You look at somebody who has 19 points and say they didn't have a great game, but he's missed a lot of shots you're used to seeing him hit. And even the greats have an off night now and again. Adams hits one, his first point of the game. One more coming. Hits them both. Back out to a 9-point lead for Ridgeline. Falsov spins left, throws it away. He was starting to fall down, and he threw it right to Caden Cox. Baker, timeout Ridgeline. 32 seconds away from a huge upset. Ridgeline 63, Skyview 54. And the Ridgeline student body starts chanting overrated towards Skyview. My answer to that would be, no, they're not. Skyview is not overrated, and Ridgeline is very good. Skyview's had a tough night tonight. A lot of that had to do with Ridgeline playing well defensively. Ridgeline with only 4 turnovers all night. That's unofficial. Skyview with 8. So they've taken pretty good care of the ball. Skyview's number 1 for a reason, and Ridgeline is number 3, and they're showing why they're ranked so highly. Extend the defense to Skyview. Cox looking for a timeout. Instead, they call a jump ball. And it stays at this end. Phipps reached in and tied up Cox. Phipps such a good defender. He hasn't had a good offensive night, but he's so long as he reaches in on that one. Taps it away, but he bumps Hall with the body. Phipps with his second. 17 seconds to play, and Hall can ice it. .63-54 Ridgeline. Hall with 2 free throws to put this ball game away. Misses the first. Hall hits 1 of 2. 10-point game. And Hall has 10 points. And if you're Ridgeline, you just do not foul. Skyview wants a shot as quickly as possible. Falslev lets it roll. Baker knocked it away from Falslev. Phipps, finger roll, he's got 8. Timeout Skyview. 8-point ball game with 9 seconds left. Skyview takes the timeout. Ridgeline needs to get the ball inbounds and then hold it. They'll go to the line. And they're partying it up at Ridgeline as they're about to take down the number 1 Skyview Bobcats.
Again, stay off the floor until both teams have exited the gym. Thank you.
Skyview hasn't lost since the preseason, since last year when they lost to Timpview. It was a disastrous third quarter that did the Bobcats in tonight. They lost to Timpview on the 14th of December, and they haven't lost since.
Possession, Ridgeline.
Hanson will inbounds. He's going to throw long to Baker. Nice catch by Baker. He's going to lay it up, miss it. They're going to call off defensive goaltending on Falslev. So Baker with 11.
Rally for Ridgeline, number 1. Spencer Adams, and number 11, Jacob Salison.
Somebody needs to come into the ball game. Ridgeline's only got 4 players out there. Falslev, 3. Rims out. Chases the rebound, fires at the buzzer, and number 1 goes down. Ridgeline with a huge upset, 66-56 over Skyview. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings, our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.